Hey, what is up, guys? We are back with another Marvel video. So this weekend we have obviously been breaking down everything from D23 this weekend. We've obviously covered the news from Doomsday and obviously Vision Quest as well. But one of the other big announcements I needed to cover on the channel was obviously the cast announcement for the new X-Men reboot for the MCU, man. I need to give you my thoughts, guys, on this, because when this was announced, I was so hyped for this when I saw this announcement. So yeah, let's jump into this basically. So at D23, Kevin Feige was obviously on stage, and he was obviously talking about, like, briefly about Spider-Man Brand New Day, which obviously just came out. And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen that film, you should have by now, because it's been 3 weeks now. Sadie Sink came out on stage because she is obviously playing Jean Grey, which was revealed in Spider-Man Brand New Day, her mystery role, which is pretty cool. And I think Sadie's going to be a great Jean Grey, to be honest, for the foreseeable future of the MCU. And I can't wait to see where she's going to go with the new X-Men reboot. But yeah, she came out on stage with Kevin Feige, talk about the X-Men reboot, and they obviously had the director Jake Schreier, who obviously directed Thunderbolts, which I thought was a pretty good film, to be fair. Definitely one of the better MCU films that have come out in the last few years. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Jake Schreier is going to be doing with the X-Men, to be honest. I am looking forward to what inspiration he's taken from the comics and that. But yeah, it'd be awesome to see. But yeah, obviously he came out on stage as well. And then they started bringing out the actors who are playing our new X-Men. So some of these were kind of leaked, to be honest. Like, they were rumours, to be honest, and some of them were surprises, and some of them were like completely threw us off. Like, I was like, what the hell? So yeah, let's jump into this. So obviously we know already Sadie Sink is Jean Grey, so we know that one already. But we've got Kit Connor, which this one was kind of rumoured, and they finally confirmed it. And Kit Connor is officially playing Scott Summers, Cyclops. Now, I haven't really seen anything he's in except for, I think it's Warfare he's in. I know he's in that Heartstopper, I haven't seen that. But I watched that Warfare, which I'm pretty sure he's in that. And I thought he was awesome in that. But yeah, I think, yeah, he kind of looks like Scott Summers. I think he'll be a really good Cyclops, to be honest. I'm intrigued how they're going to play off the relationship between him and Jean, and especially with another casting in this video, which was also rumoured, Emma Frost as well, which is going to be really cool. With like the love triangle going on there, that'd be really cool to see how they play on that. But yeah. But moving on from Scott Summers, we've obviously got Charles Xavier himself, which is obviously going to be played by Christopher Abbott. Now, this is an actor I've seen him before, but I just can't think of what he's been in, to be honest. I will search it up to see what he's been in, but I'm kind of digging it, this casting for Charles Xavier. I know a lot of people I've seen are kind of mixed on it, but I'm kind of digging it because he's sort of like sort of unknown a little bit, but not unknown in a way. But I'm kind of digging it, to be honest. But yeah, I think I'm excited to see who they get for Magneto now, because he's sort of like, because I think Christopher Abbott is in his 40s maybe, from what I've heard. So I'm interested to see who they get for Magneto, man. How young he's going to be. Now, because we don't know who's going to play Magneto yet, so have to wait and see. But yeah, this is pretty cool. And then we also got another big rumoured one, which was Samara Even as Emma Frost. When I saw this, I thought, perfect casting. She literally looks like Emma Frost, and everything she's been in has been awesome. Like, I'm so excited to see Emma Frost. Emma Frost is definitely one of those mutant characters that they haven't done a lot with in live action, so I'm excited to see what they do with Emma Frost. Like, especially with her relationship with Scott, Cyclops, her ties with the Hellfire Club and that, and like just her becoming an X-Men and that as well. Like, I'm just excited to see where this could go. But from here on out, except for one more cast which we'll talk about at the end, the next two were kind of like sort of caught me off guard. Complete surprised about this, because the next one is Indy Navarrete, who some people on this channel might obviously know. She was in Superman Lois, which we did cover on the channels for before, and I absolutely loved that show, and I thought she was great in that show. But she was great in another project that came out this year, Obsession. Now, she showed that she can pull off so much range in that film. Like, that was such a great film, but it was so creepy as well. But yeah, but she has been cast as the MCU's Rogue. And because in an interview recently, she was talking about how she met up with Jake Schreier, and then obviously now this has been confirmed. She's obviously been cast in the film, but she was going on in interviews saying that she would like to play Mystique, and I feel like she's obviously done that as like a stunt to throw people off of who she would be playing. So I think a lot of people, when this was announced, were expecting Mystique, but that wasn't the case, which is pretty funny. Now the thing is, can she do the accent for Rogue? That's what I want to know. I mean, is Rogue gonna have an accent? I mean, that'd be another thing as well, but we'll have to see. But yeah, I think either way, I think she's gonna be awesome as Rogue. I'll be interested to see who they get for Gambit to go alongside her Rogue. That'd be another thing. Like, who's gonna be Gambit for her? But yeah, we'll wait and see on that one. The next one is now this is a actress I'm not familiar with, Maya Boyd. I've got a feeling she might be an unknown actress, which I quite like. I like it when we get unknowns, to be honest. And she's going to be playing the MCU Storm. Now, there's a lot of rumours that this might be the same actress that will be showing up in Black Panther 3 as Storm. Because I know there's been a big rumour about, with the whole new T'Challa thing that we got announced at Comic-Con, that apparently Storm is going to be in Black Panther 3. Which I think makes a lot of sense, to be honest, because obviously people have been begging for that T'Challa and Storm relationship for a long time to see on screen. So I think that is a good thing if we get her introduction in Black Panther 3 first, maybe, or in this film first. Either way, I feel like she'll be in both films either way. And yeah, I think it's going to be cool. Because I want to see her interact with Black Panther T'Challa, with the new T'Challa. I just want to see that so much. And obviously I can't wait to see her grow into becoming a teacher and leader for the X-Men. But yeah. And the only other casting we got He didn't actually show up on D23. He technically did on a screen or with a funny sort of gag, pretending like he's already on the set of the X-Men at this like lodge or whatever. We got the reveal that the rumor that was rumored recently about Adam Driver joining the MCU finally has been confirmed. He's finally accepted a role in the MCU because he's apparently turned down multiple roles before. He is going to be playing Mr. Sinister in the MCU. He did do a funny gag where he sort of teased playing Magneto, and then he went, oh no, I'm playing this character called Nathaniel. Now, interestingly, they've changed the name. So he says Nathaniel Mulberry, I think it is. I think that's what he said on stage, instead of Nathaniel Essex, which is obviously Mr. Sinister in the comics. So I wonder if that's going to be like an alias in the film before maybe he changes it to Essex maybe, and then get the Essex Corporation, and then see him slowly becoming Mr. Sinister maybe, because like Mr. Sinister has like a whole big storylines in the MCU, because I hope he's not going to be like a one and done villain, Mr. Sinister. To be honest, I kind of want him to show up in multiple projects as well. It's the same with a lot of the villains. If the next saga of the MCU, which is rumored to be like a mutant saga, I hope there's a lot of these X-Men villains that aren't just one and dones like Magneto, Mr. Sinister, or Apocalypse, or so many more, but we'll have to wait and see what they do. But yeah, I was excited to see Adam Driver's finally joined the MCU. But yeah, we also did get this awesome logo as well of what the X-Men logo looks like, and I really dig it. I think it's really cool with the yellow X and that. I quite like it a lot. And we did get a release date as well for when the movie's coming out. It's coming out in theaters on May 5th, 2028. So yeah, it's not too far away, a couple years. But yeah, this was pretty cool, to be honest, to see. But that is all the news we've got on the X-Men cast announcement. There was a rumour about other characters being in the film and other actors that were involved with this that were meant to show up that might have dropped out of the role of Beast. And I think there's other rumored characters like Iceman or Gambit or Nightcrawler, but until we get some official news on that sort of stuff, I'm happy that we got this announcement. It does feel a little bit of a weird timing though to get this announcement right before we're seeing the original X-Men team from the Fox movies showing up in Doomsday, because I thought maybe they were gonna let them have their shine in Doomsday and Secret Wars, and then maybe next year we would have got this announcement. But I don't know. I there is a rumour, because I know there was a big rumour, I think I talked about it on the channel before, that apparently Sadie Sink's character, which we now know is Jean Grey, is apparently going to show up in Secret Wars. So I wonder if we're going to get some of these new X-Men cast members in Secret Wars, maybe. But yeah, we'll see though. But yeah, that is pretty much going to be it for me, guys, to be honest, for this video. But yeah, I'm so excited about this announcement for the X-Men cast announcement. I think this cast is great. I can't wait to see some of the other announcements for more castings we get for this film. But yeah, D23, been cooking all weekend, man. Been cooking all weekend. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts about the X-Men cast announcement. Are you excited? Are you happy with these? Let me know down below. But yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one.